Oh, hey there. It's been a while, and it's about time to catch you up on what's been going on around here. So in the recent times, I have been really pulling all the stuff of what I have been working on, like the classrooms and the dorms, and putting it on this main map. This is what you see right here is what you're going to be able to be playing on. Now, it's obviously not in its finished state still. We're getting really, really, really close to being actually able to publish it in this form. So that's really exciting. I'm actually trying to finish up the game right before I leave for a trip that's coming up relatively soon. I want that done so that I can just go on the trip, and I'm going to be gone for like a week. So that would just be another week delayed, which obviously that's no fun, right? So I'm trying to finish it before then, so I'm going into overdrive right now. So what you see right here, like I said, is the main map. What I had been doing recently is bringing all those classrooms. Like, do you remember those blank base plates, and you'd see just a bunch of items all around, like on a gray platform, and there's just a bunch of items laying around, and there's not any real buildings? Well, this is what it's starting in its form of coming together now. So all of these buildings, they looked kind of mismatched, and let me show you an example, which is right behind us, which is kind of what it looked like before. It's just a bunch of buildings that are not cohesive with one another. They're just buildings, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. So here's 4 classrooms right here. That's how it is. That's how it was over here. It's not pretty over here, right? It just looks like buildings slapped on top of each other, and that's exactly what it is. So this is what I have been doing, was actually making it, look nice. And we kind of changed up the color scheme. We kind of went away from the pinks and purples of how much it was in the current game, and kind of went more towards the blues and just multicolors, like how these dorms are. Just because I wanted to highlight that this is a mermaid-friendly school, and it's different from Althea because they don't have mermaids at Althea, and so the blue is kind of welcoming them in the mermaids. So I'll kind of I don't want to show you too much inside of these buildings because they are fully furnished, but the problem is I'm actually doing the lighting right this time. So let me give you an example. So in the other game, in the lighting properties, this was like, say, the ambience. I can turn this up, and it makes the whole entire workspace brighter. You see how it's getting brighter? Here, let me zoom out a little bit here so you can see it better. So see how it's getting brighter and brighter? Well, I'm keeping everything dark this time, and putting in natural lighting. So when you see how this is all lit up, it's because there's, say, a light right above here. Like, here's a light right here, and it's shining down on the building here. So I'm manually lighting everything up for the purpose that when it turns nighttime, it's actually going to be really dark when it turns nighttime, but I want to have like lights that turn on during the nighttime, and say crickets chirping and that kind of thing. So let's test this right now. Let's make it 11 p.m. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, actually I was expecting it to be completely dark and that I was going to have to work on it a lot, but it looks like that maybe the moon might be brightening up the outside a little bit, and the neon lights of the fountain and a couple of lights here and there just kind of spread out apart, which doesn't actually, I don't think that looks the best, so I'll probably be editing that a little bit. But it's just to make the game look a lot more dynamic than it was, is, making the lighting a lot nicer. And so this building over here is the student quarters. Let's see what it looks like. It's probably really dark in here too. See how it's completely dark in here? It's because we have all of these bricks on top for the roofing. So I'm gonna have to put in manual lights into here, and that's how it is with a lot of these buildings too. Let me see. In the bakery, for instance, see how there's like all these not so pretty shadows, and when you go up the stairs you're like in the dark over here. So there's a lot of work that still needs to be done with the lighting, and it's not very pleasant either. It looks very bright here, but the shadows are really ugly in some other spots. And then once we go upstairs, because it's a higher floor than this one, it doesn't have the same shadows as that one. It's super duper bright up here, and that's also not so appealing. Here's the top. Here's the roof of the bakery where you can enjoy your treats that you made in the bakery. So that's basically, that's a giant project in itself that I need to finish, is the lighting. And that'll be coming up, probably one of the last projects that I do, right before scripting the school schedule. You know that, the notices that come up on your screen that says this specific class is starting, like Charmix is starting and Teleport. I still have to script those, and I kind of figured out an order of what class you're going to be going to every single period. So now I just need to script it, and it's probably not going to be coming out this next update. Now the school schedule is going to be coming out this update. Sorry, there's a whole lot to talk to you about, so I'm sorry if I'm kind of going fast and it's a little bit confusing. The school schedule is going to be coming out, but do you remember how we wanted to have a rotating schedule? So like every single day you would go to different classes during different times. I actually figured out how to do that, and that's going to be coming out, not this next upcoming patch, because I still need to, I want to have like different classrooms. So for instance, the music class, history class, like Flora's biology class, if you guys have seen this in one of, ooh, it is so dark in here. Oh, and I think my seats didn't actually get converted over here. I gotta work on that. Was it really? Oh, wow. All right. Well, we found the seats. It's like under this giant chunk here. So there's a lot of work to do on this side. What's in here? This is the nursery, which I still haven't changed the outside of the bakery. You can see the babies in the dark. The poor babies are in the dark right now. Here's part of the nursery that you can see, just a tiny little bit. All this needs to be lit up really nicely. So what was I saying over here? Oh yeah. So the biology class, music class, history class, which is going to be a really cool class, by the way. I don't want to tell you guys about the history class yet, because there's just so much to talk about in this video. These classes are not going to, you're not going to be able to initially go in them on this launch, because it's not going to be integrated into the school schedule yet. There's not going to call for a biology class or a music class yet, and that's because that in the future, when it's time to rotate schedules, and it's going to rotate every single day, it's going to have different classes, and those are some of the classes that will be on the rotated schedule. I was telling you about the student quarters, but I actually didn't finish of what you're going to be able to do in here. So inside of the student quarters, they're going to be like the locker rooms, where you're going to be able to get your pajamas and that kind of thing. Pajamas and showers. And there's also let me see what this looks like over here. There's also this pretty large kitchen. Now, excuse the mess, please, and the lighting. This nice, fairly large kitchen that has the different cooking stations, so you're going to be able to grab a snack. In this cooking station, here's some of the baby seats to feed your babies as well. And there's also going to be the cafeteria for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So this is only between those times if you want to go make yourself a snack really quick in this public student quarters kitchen. And then in the back here is going to be a pool area, like a recreational pool, kind of like the pool that you already have access to. And you can also go into here in this cave area, and this is like a jacuzzi area. Just some fun corridors to explore in this mansion-looking student quarters here. So that's public quarters, but then you're also going to have, say, your dormitories that only you'll have access to if you have the key to the dormitory, right? So what else is there? What else is there to say about this type of thing? This is where inside of here is where the mermaid tails were, and I actually just moved out the mermaid tails because that's kind of what I'm working on right now, is bringing in a cafe into here. So this is a completely blank slate, and I don't really want to copy and paste. I can copy and paste the cafe of what's already in the other game, but I don't really want to, because I want to give you guys a fresh new cafe, just like everything is nice and fresh too. Like all the dorms are completely new and fresh. This is the music dorm, the basement of the music dorm. So there's just so much more new stuff to explore. It's going to be really fun, and I'm hoping to release it pretty soon. I'm trying to prioritize my list of things that I need to finish and just trying to go really fast. This side is pretty much done, and I think it turned out really well. I always thought that I wasn't very good with making things look very pleasant from the outside, but I'm actually really satisfied with how this turned out on the outside here. I think I'm pretty happy with it, and I think I'm happy with this building too. I think it looks really pretty. So now I need to work on this side, and I also need to bring in these dorms. This was just the fire dorm duplicated to kind of reflect on how things are going to be formatted over here. I need to make, I think the last dorm that needs to be made is the ice dorm, and I think it's actually being worked on right now by my friend, who's gonna do like a bunch of really cool ice caves and stuff that you get to explore in the ice dorm. It's gonna be a lot more realistic than what it kind of used to be. And the animal dorm, oh my gosh, I really wish I had the animal dorm in this space because it's super duper cool. The graphics designer Closet Skeleton pretty much made the whole entire animal dorm, and I think that's my favorite. I can't wait to show you guys everything. It's going to be really cool. I just can't wait till you guys can just explore all these things yourselves. There's going to be 12 brand new dorms you can explore, along with all these classrooms and the student quarters and a whole bunch of new classes. There's just so much. So right now, as I'm starting to end this video, I'm going to get back to working on figuring out what I'm going to do exactly with the cafe, because this time around I definitely want to implement dinner. Dinner was supposed to be in the old game, like a long time ago, like when the school dance came out. That's when dinner should have came out. They should have came out at the same time. But with the complications of people having lag and stuff, I kind of needed to prioritize it, cut out dinner for that time being, and just start working on a new project, which was this and the previous game, to actually, let it work for mobile people and iPad people and that kind of thing. So there's just so much to do. Let's see. And then after I'm done with the cafe, once I'm done with the cafe in here, then I'm going to bring in the dorms that are already done. I think there needs to be the dark dorm, the ice dorm, animal dorm, and one other that I can't remember right now. Is the music dorm over here? No. I can't remember the last one, but that's what's going to go on this side, and fix up the lighting and fix up this, that this actually looks cohesive. It'll be actually cool to show you guys what this actually looks like after this is all cohesive. It's not going to look anything like this anymore. It's going to look a lot cooler like this. I really like this. I think it looks like a blue castle up here, and the lighting effects look really cool. Like there's a white light that's shining on this window, a couple more lighting on these windows as well. I'm really happy with how it came out. So it's been a long time since I updated you guys, and I apologize for that. I have just been trying to get this out before I jump on a plane and have like a little mini vacation. That's going to be fun, but this is what's most important, and I think that's all. I'm trying to think, is there anything that I want to say before I end this? I think I'm good. I appreciate every single one of you guys that watch these videos and play the game. I appreciate you more than you know. So thank you so much for that. And have a great day or a great night wherever you are. And I'll see you again, maybe for next episode, or maybe when this game comes out. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one will come first. I might make another video right before it comes out, or I might just let you guys have it. Alright, I'll see you guys later.